Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Enter the Gungeon. I just want to do like a semi-random, semi-normal, semi-standard run of Gungeons. Let's just do a Paradox run. And maybe I'll even drop the items that we start with and we'll just have random stats only. It's still rainbow mode! Can't pet the wolf game. We also have the copper amulet and the weird pistol. Okay, well, go back to the breach, I guess. Hey, oh, ho, hey. I have added Paradox and Gunslinger to the wheel of randomness, but I just want to play as Paradox. I want to play as Paradox with random stats. Mod the Gungeon is still installed, right? Yeah, okay, it is. Dude, I want to leave. I want to leave the rainbow mode. Okay, pet the wolf and get your arm bitten off. I'm Paradox, I don't have an arm, I have a spectral horror. All right, we have wind-up gun, blast helmet, 2 HP, and very tiny bullets. And a slow rate of fire, but you know what? Looks like we do have a damage upgrade, weirdly enough. I say weirdly enough, it's not that weird, you know, random stats and all that. But we have low health, what feels like a damage upgrade. We have knockback up, maybe slightly slower bullet speeds as well. If we don't have a damage upgrade, we at least don't have like a big damage upgrade or downgrade. So it might actually be like normal damage, now that I'm looking at it. But we do fire more slowly. We have these little tiny little bullets. And you know what I like about this run? Our items are not overpowered either. We have a gun and a passive, and they're both D tier. This is perfect. And we also only have 4 bullets in our gun before we have to reload, which kind of sucks a little bit, but it is what it is. I have to wonder, how does that affect wind-up gun? I only get like 5 big shots out of wind-up gun. I don't know what the deal is with the, oh, I know exactly what the deal is with it. Never mind. Wind-up gun is just broken with anything that increases your clip capacity, I think. Maybe not drum clip, because that's like a special case gun. Accuracy seems bad. It seems pretty normal. It's not the size of your bullets, it's how you use them. Exactly. Reload seems a little tiny bit faster. But yeah, wind-up gun. I don't know why this gun in particular seems to not want to work with the. Also, we have higher ammo capacity. I don't know why this one gun seems to not want to work correctly with the random stats. It's got to be something where instead of focusing on, you know, what the total ammo capacity is, it's like you have 10 bullets in the gun that are low quality and the rest are high quality. And so when the ammo capacity goes down, you get fewer high quality shots out of it. That's what it feels like is happening. But at least it reloads fast enough that I can just spam the song. Pop goes the weasel. Yeah, we don't really have any good guns right now, but you know what? Wind-up gun is still acceptable. Milk Jug, hello, welcome. Oh, that's you said that. Oh, I freaking read the message. I didn't read the name. I'm sorry. You missed Futurama. Futurama was a good show. Yo, give me oiled cylinder, please. Oh, it's something. You know, it's something in... And if the wind-up gun is a anti-synergy with a lower clip capacity, then this gun is a synergy with lower clip capacity because we get the hammers more often. Now, does that really matter too much? Does that really affect your DPS output a whole bunch? I don't freaking know. I don't know what the damage difference is between a bullet and the hammer shot. And then you have to also compensate for the fact that we are going to be reloading a little bit more often. Pop goes the weasel. I should watch... Oh, it's a freaking mimic. I should go watch the Futurama again. Because it's been a while since I've gone through it and watched it from the beginning. Airstrike. You know what? I kind of like the airstrike. This is fine. Burm, burm, burm. I like the tiny little notes. This might actually make me use like less ammo in the face melter, because you know, it's probably hitting the damage cap anyways. Well, with the face melter, that's pretty good. Oh boy, HP! It's only the best stat in the entire game, and by the way, we can't access the oubliette. I don't care. Get me out of this floor. Altered Beast says, Face Melter is IMO, above average, even if only slightly. It is. Face Melter is really good, actually. I'm not gonna call it a best gun in the game candidate or anything like that, but it is, it's really good. It allows you to kill the bosses pretty quickly. Now, of course, it's absolutely freaking horrible for DD20 mode, but, you know, we only seem to get that every so often in BCDD20T runs. Yeah, this is interesting. I'm still liking the random paradox here, because we are getting weird effects out of our guns. You know, we have good knockback, but low clip capacity, and especially with the wind-up gun, it's actually making it a little bit more difficult to kill enemies quickly, because I have to try to kill him. I have to try to kill him and constantly reload. It's taking longer to kill him. I kind of like it. Da-dun, da-da-da-da-dun. Dun, da-dun, dun. Da-dun, da-dun, da-da-da-da-dun. Pop goes the weasel. And I can sing the Pop Goes the Weasel song more often, because I'm constantly reloading. Everybody wins. It doesn't get old at all. Best gun in the game is either Shovel or Gunther, says Twitch chat. Well, I think probably Gunther wins, because if you have Gunther, you have a fantastic gun with infinite ammo. If you have the Shovel Knight gun, maybe you have some weird, interesting effects. You know, maybe you can get infinite spice, but you have to get spice in the first place, you know? And if all you get out of the Shovel Knight gun is a bunch of money, and you're on the bullet hell floor, that doesn't really help you all that much, does it? I'd rather have the gun, the good gun, the guaranteed good gun. That being said, the Shovel Knight gun is really good, especially if you get the synergies, because, you know, the shield every time you reload is freaking nuts. I'm immune to contact damage. Don't need to worry. I mean, you need to worry, just not as much. It's weird not being able to kill a bulletkin within like 4 reloads of the wind-up gun, though. Like, I just can't do it. This gun does not have the firepower, but I don't want to use my starting pistol. I don't want to use hammer, because that's what I'm going to use for the next floor. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you. Invincibility saved me. You know what? Get popped. Get weaseled, son. Paradox BCDD20TR. Robot BCDD20TR. The robot BCDD20TR would be a nice challenge. Because we did do a rainbow version of BCDD20T, and it was successful. We have done that in the past. Please. Jesus. There's probably people out there right now who are like, stop using wind-up gun, it's making me go crazy. You know what? I like it. You can't tell me what to do either. You're not the boss of me. Except, are you actually the boss of me? Because through your support, I can continue to make quality Gungeon content like using the wind-up gun for like 10 straight hours. Well, we have an alternative now. We've got this horrible monster of a gun. We also have Space Friend. Space Friend's pretty good. I'm never gonna complain about the Space Friend. Except when I do, which is, you know, usually kind of all the time. Be the weapon. I don't want to roll into enemies because you're immune to their contact damage. You're not immune to their bullets. Dude, the hammer is so small. It's like a little dot on the screen. I can barely see where it is. I kind of like it though, because you want to know why? I'm not gonna get confused by enemy bullets. This one is obviously mine. It's tiny. Scripted PRN. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. I mean, of course. Abe will never see finished gun, though he still needs Rubinstein's, which is never going to happen. You know what? F you, buddy. F you. Although you are 100% completely correct. We're never going to have Rubinstein's Munster. Bug boots. Now you just need the Gungeon. I guess we could. Is completing the Beholster Shrine possibly harder than getting Cormorant? Bound Hades says no because, and his reason is that it can be done in multiple runs. But dude, shrines can be so freaking hard to find. But Cormorant can also be so freaking hard to find. Someone has to do the math. Run the math. Which is easier? What's the probability that you'll get a shrine? What's the probability that you're gonna get, all 4 pieces of Cormorant items set? What's the probability that you're gonna get any, single piece of the Beholster set on a run with the shrine? I think both of them are actually kind of garbage. You know how hard it is to find the frickin' Beholster Shrine? Probably pretty hard, if you ask me. Guys, my rate of fire is so bad. Hit him! It's not rate of fire, it's rate of fire and the fact that we have the lower clip capacity with this gun. You guys getting sick and tired of that yet? Last run we had the dulcet tones of, oh god, of Gungeon. On this run, that Spoger's life was saved because he was buffed. Get out of here. %, we have to be knocking more enemies into pits because that's how we're gonna kill them. Mud, welcome! Long time no see, as in, hey, last time I saw you, it was 2 days ago. Yo, I think Space Friend also gets the... I mean, come on. You gotta go dog. I think Space Friend also gets the knockback up, because Space Friend gets your multipliers, right? Your damage, your bullet effects. It looks like he's doing a lot of knockback, is all I'm saying. And thank God he can aim when I can't. Bam, bam, ba-da-dum. Hey, an ammo drop. You know what? This time we'll go hammer on that one. You know, we should just use Chillin for a little while. That's one of the guns that we are probably most likely to just gun munch at some point. Maybe it'll save some of you from just going crazy with the sound of the wind-up gun over and over again. At least it has good knockback. Horrible damage, though. Again, that's a little bit our rate of fire, though, because it's making the beam technically fire more slowly. In addition, though, I also need to at some point make it so that the, will this freeze more slowly? I don't know. I also do need to make it so that the, uh-oh, I'm on the ice. Don't be on the ice! I need to make it at some point so that the gun that we just had, Skeleton Gun, doesn't have a delay when it switches over to its beam form, because that's really annoying when that happens. What? I did not think that was gonna hit me. I did not think that that one turning triangle was gonna hit a piece of me. You know what? Don't knock him into the wall, you freaking Space Friend. Space Friend cost me a little bit of damage on that one. He messed up my plan, my grand scheme. You got a piece of paper and you did turkey math and curse math the other day. Oh. What are you doing here? Get out of here. Oh my God. Get out of here, Master Hand. Why is the Master Hand so slow? Why am I so fast? Do I have a speed upgrade? Is Bug Boots a speed upgrade? Dude, Mimic Tooth Necklace. If only we didn't spend all of our keys, we could have double items for the entire run. Blame this. I will blame whoever I care to blame. We need to find a key. If we can get a key. If only we could get a key. Wind-up gun, face melter, guitar, lute, gunzang, metronome all in one run. I'd do it. You know, honestly, no, that's actually kind of horrible. I was like, maybe the triple crossbow is going to be the best gun here. It's got good damage. Yeah, but lower clip capacity. The slowness is actually really nice, but... Whee! Even a gun like Triple Gun, you know, it does have its uses. Against the boss, like Cannon Balrog, keep him in the middle of the screen. You can't force you into a corner. Oh, yes! I love this idea. Yeah, good luck, Cannon Balrog, you're slow. Fuck yeah! Finger on the pulse. It's always finger on the pulse. Do we have 2 keys? We have 2 keys. Which means... Well, first of all, I should not have picked up the item on the pedestal. But secondly, we're gonna get double items and free chests. I love it. Double items from pedestal mimics, anyways. Now I wonder if I can actually, I wonder if I can actually still interact with the pedestal, or maybe it's reverted to a non-mimic state now. Hey, speed up. Let's see. Can we interact with the pedestal? No. Because, I don't know, maybe it's a mimic, and then maybe if I open it, it's a free item. Finger on the pulse. Yeah, finger on the pulse is when you take damage, the shotgun orbits you multiple times, and then it just shoots. It's pretty bad. Maybe it would be better if the shotguns break bullets. I'm actually not sure if they do or not. I hope that they do, because that would make it interesting. Boom, 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 boom. Dude, I gotta admit, I do not give Airstrike enough credit since the explosion nerf in of AG&D. Yeah, they nerfed the explosions. Yeah, the airstrike isn't gonna break every bullet anymore, but it still does a lot of damage. Especially on stationary enemies or enemies that get knockback resistance temporarily. That wasn't you, dog, but I'm still gonna give you a little bit of a pet. Cause you're a good dog. So there's the shotguns orbiting. They shoot at whatever it looks like was shooting at you initially. I know, it's all right. It might do a little bit of damage, but you know, well, I mean, I'm not gonna compare it to a single item, but you know, I'd rather have Holy Grail. Holy Grail would at least, you know, blank whenever I take damage. That prevents me from taking damage more than just one, you know, shotgun blast landing on a target, luckily. You're doing a robot rainbow mode right now. Should you go to the Abbey of the True Gun? That's entirely up to you. What do you want to do in your run? Vice City! Thank you for the follow. You know, do you want to do the Abbey? Do you want to do an extra floor? Can you do the extra floor? It's an extra item, but it's a tough floor. But do you have a good boss killer? Can you dodge the Old King's attacks for about 2 minutes? Thanks, Space Friend. You pushed him out of the way. Ergo, you saved his life! Space Friend! I wonder. If I shatter them, will they create more copies of themselves? I imagine they would. But then again, maybe not, because you know, the flying Bullat King enemy, the one that summons tiny bullets whenever it dies. I can't freeze them. They do not actually summon the bullets when you freeze them and then you shatter them. So maybe these guys would not summon extra enemies if you shattered him. I've never even really thought about that before. How do you tell the difference between a gun that would be better for clearing a room versus a gun that would be better for killing a boss? My strategy for determining the difference is how quickly can the gun output damage, basically. If the gun can output damage extremely quickly, then kind of it by default becomes your boss killer. However, if the gun is really ammo efficient, it could also be a room killing gun. So in particular, something like Mega Hand and Heroin, they can do a ton of damage, so they're good boss killers, but they're also very efficient, so they become room clearers, which means that they're kind of both. You can use Mega Hand for either purpose, you know? You can use a Mega Hand for an entire floor and kill a boss and still have ammo remaining. It's wonderful like that. But, you know, let's consider the Pulse Cannon. Is the Pulse Cannon a boss killer or a room clearer? Well, in our case, it is a room clearer because we have the Hammer and Face Melter, which we are going to use for bosses instead. They, I think, do a little bit more damage. They're a little bit more range focused. Face Melter in particular is really good against bosses because if you can get the boss to walk into the shot, like into the amplifier, and then stop moving, it does a ton of damage. But mostly it's just about what does the most damage the quickest, what has range. You know, if something isn't accurate, maybe you can still use it against a big boss like the Wallmonger, you know. Like Casey, this is not a boss killing gun. Because you can't use it at range. You can use up-close guns as room clearers, but you can't use them as boss killers that much. Magic Lamp. Magic Lamp is a boss killing gun because it does a ton of damage, but you have to stack up the genie charges, and on normal enemies, that's overkill. And it takes a lot. You know what, actually? Magic Lamp, it does a ton of damage, but not quickly. You know, it's an over-time gun. It's not that useful for killing enemies because it takes a while to stack up the charges of the genies. You know, something like the Pulse Cannon, maybe that's a little bit more likely to do damage quickly, you know, to kill an enemy in one blast, up close and personal. But a lot of it is also just preference. What do you like to use as a boss killing gun? Do you want to get up close? Do you want to be at a distance? You know, right now, its Pulse Cannon is a room clearer because it's a shotgun, it's got good knockback, it does good damage, it's got good range, it's an okay gun, it's, you know, relatively efficient, but I have other guns that can do more damage faster, I believe. Again, you know, maybe I'm wrong about the DPS, but still, would I rather use the Hammer or Pulse Cannon as a room clearer? Probably the Pulse Cannon because of the range. You know, a gun like Cobalt's Hammer. That's a good boss-killing gun because it does a ton of damage very quickly. But you can also use a weapon like the Cobalt Hammer as a kind of a utility gun. You can switch to it if you need to kill a big, tough enemy quickly, like a gun nut or a big blue dog. You know, if you have a misfire beast on a room and you want to kill it quickly, use a freaking commando. Wow, you recovered very quickly from being frozen. Use a commando, you know, kill him as fast as possible. Use a freaking op shot. Use a railgun shot, you know? Use whatever you have to use to kill the tough enemies, because they're kind of like a little mini boss, if you think about it. And you don't think too hard. But yeah, Magic Lamp. Yes, the Magic Lamp only fires 2 shots, but I have nothing that pierces. So I messed up the blank a little bit, but we got the amp relatively close, and we can toss in some of those. The magic lamp is still a good boss-killing gun, though, because it does damage in bursts after you stack up the genies. You can let it stack up the genies over time, you know? You don't need to stack up the genies that fast, because it does a ton of damage. Yeah, that's a good point. You know, it doesn't have to be a boss-killing gun. It can just be an answer. Oh, this enemy sucks. How do I respond to him? Well, do you have an answer for him? What gun are you gonna use to kill this enemy in this situation? Okay, we have Rubidyne Mark II. All we need is Rubidyne Mark I. Right, of course they're gonna be a mimic. Why did I think any differently? Okay, and we have unfinished gun. Does this mean anything? Does this mean anything? I really want to get the Tetris gun, because Tetris gun is interesting. So I'm gonna sell garbage that we have. You can be sold. You can be sold. I don't need to speed up. Do we? Not really. You know what we don't need? We don't need poison invincibility. Don't need and villain. Don't need mutation. Alright. It's fine enough. Tile match. What is that guy doing? Yeah, I want the Rubinstein's gun. That's why I'm doing the extra floor. So apparently, how this works is when you fire the line pieces, it does damage proportional to how many bullets or how many Tetris pieces are on an enemy, but maybe we have more lines now that we have the synergy. I don't really know. It's just a fun gun to use, is why I'm using it. It's a fun gun and things die at like random times. Ten curse is 50% chance for enemies and bosses to be jammed. However, it's not 50% chance for every enemy in the room. It's per enemy, so there are 10 people in a room. It's a 5% chance for every enemy to be jammed. That's not true. If there's 10 enemies in a room, the chance of one enemy being jammed is 50%. The chance of two enemies being jammed is 25%. Then it's 12.5%. Then it's 6.5% or 6.75, and then it's 3, and then it's 1, and then it's 0. Like, if there's 10 enemies in a room at 50%, the chance of them all being jammed is like, well, what is it? It's 1 over 2 to the power of 10, which means it's 0.1% or something like that, right? It's pretty low. I think. I don't like Tetris gun. it's a good gun. Like, I like using it, but it doesn't seem like it does that much damage. .00097. Is that percent or is that actual .00097? On a scale of 0 to 1. I will admit, I do notice that, you know, I hit an enemy with a line piece directly, they don't die. I hit an enemy with a couple of pieces and then the line piece, then the enemy dies. So I guess there is some truth to the old tale that you gotta hit the enemy with a couple of pieces first and stack them up. You're ready for a line piece, my friend. gun does take a million years to kill anything, though. You know, this is definitely not a room-killing gun. Or, sorry, this is definitely not a boss-killing gun. It's not even that much of a room-killing gun, but it's novel, which is why I'm using it. Oh, thank God.
You're the only one who can free me.
How do I have to free you?
Nice shot.
You do the stupid Agunim shots. I always forget that Agnumen. I always forget about those Agnumen shots that guy does. Walked into that bullet. I actually can't tell where I am. There I am. Should use a blank. All right, we're looking for Rubenstein. Come on, Ruben. He does it so quickly. Just go die. You bothersome insects. It's a meme gun. It's not even a meme gun. It's just, it does a little damage. It needs to be better. It's not the gun I wanted. If I knock you into the pit, what happens? Alright. Well, I mean... It's not Rubenstein's Mark I gun, but it's something. There's a secret on that floor nobody has found yet. Are you sure, Bound Hades? Is there a reason why the floor always stays the same? It's not randomly generated. I think that it stays the same just because of the fact that they had, you know, only a certain number of rooms built for it. That's my theory. I don't think the fact that the room doesn't have any RNG on it. Sorry, the floor doesn't have any RNG on it. I don't think that means that the floor necessarily has a secret. I think it's just that's how the floor was designed. You know, the rat floor is the same every time. There's no randomness on that at all. Is there a secret on the rat floor we've never seen before? I mean, probably not. There we go. Takes a long time to kill that guy. A man who's made of Tetris pieces is trying to kill me. How cute. How quaint. Just fire the line piece already. You know that's what you want to do. They said it was going to be the ultimate pun/joke in the game. Maybe we're just not clever enough to find it. Maybe the pun is farewell to arms, means that it's the final update, and so it's a farewell to the Gungeon as well. Maybe that's what it is! Maybe it's that Gunder Fury is a WoW reference? Maybe they're secretly gonna make a Punch-Out game as a sequel to Gungeon. Well, not a sequel, but like a sequel to their studio. Their next game. And it, you know, it's already been in the game since forever. I don't know what the deal is with these, these sprites that are awkward. What is this? A Shrine to Chillin. No, thank you. Is that a Mod the Gungeon thing? Is that a vanilla thing? Do other people see that problem too sometimes? Because I have no idea. It happens every once in a while, but not often. You guys need to die. You bet that Galactopus is in the game. That'd be cool. There's just like a secret boss somewhere. Somewhere inside the Gungeon, there exists Galactopus. Galactopussy? No, it's Galactopussy galore. There we go. Sorry, I had to remember the name of my hot, sexy Bond women. What was the last Bond movie made? The last one that I remember actually watching was... Oh, what was it? Quantum of Solace? That was a long time ago though, wasn't it? It was like... Was that like 10 years ago at this point? Oh my god. I feel like it has been a while, but Quantum of Solace was a horrible Bond movie. Dude, line pieces! I'm sorry, the mute button did not work and I sneezed, but I didn't sneeze directly in the microphone, I'd sneeze very loudly. That's a problem with Tetris Gun. If you don't get the line pieces, you can't do any freaking damage. The newest one is Spectre. Well, hopefully it's good. Last piece was a line piece. Good. You just killed a lich with the gunslinger, now you can stop playing. Did you do your past, Salvador Bunny? Because you need to make sure you do your past as well, if you have not done that. Let's use Rubidyne. You know, because we're absolutely gonna get the other Rubinstein gun, right? No question at all. Rubinstein's Munster is in the making on this run. Thanks, dog. I'd pet you, but I don't care about a heart. You know, you need to do more to earn my love. Does not come free. Oh, I tried to just stand still and get the kill. It's like, I do enough damage, right? Not this time, son. There we go. Rubinstein's Munster. Cheese Baron approves. Skyfall. That's another one that I've never seen. The only thing I remember about, like, recent Bond movies was that Quantum of Solace was about a capitalist. That's what I remember. Like, someone wanted money. And they had a plan to make money, and then they're like, no, you can't do this. Which I found very strange, because like in other Bond movies, the villain wants to like destroy the planet. And in this one, it's like, I just want to make a bunch of cash. Like, I'm pretty sure that the ultra secret agents of MI6 have something better to do than worry about some guy who just wants to make a bunch of dough. Hey, Unity. It's something. Now which is harder, Glitch Lich or Glitch Beholster? I mean, Glitch Beholster, I think, because you do that early in your run. You could do that on your first floor before you open up any chests and get any items. Excuse me. Wrong way. Speaking of which, make sure the mute works. It does, okay. Gotta make sure that mute button works because OBS is a pain sometimes about it. And I would like to avoid sneezing into the microphone, you know, whenever I can. Just do more damage with the dodge roll. I mean, I guess we only have a single item that gives you a damage upgrade when you dodge roll. We don't have multiple yet. Watch Skyfall, it was good. Quantum of Solace failed because the director wanted to make an art film of Bond and studio execs said, no, this is what you gotta do instead. We shall see. Okay, we want this and this. I know, dog, I know. Dog, I know. Are you trying to tell me something, dog? Poor Abe for animal abuse. He's being a good dog. Now you stop barking. Frickin' dumb animal. Alright, what are we doing? Is there anything to buy? I mean, there was. We can buy a couple of guns, I suppose. I don't know. Try to use magic lamp a little bit. PETA wants to know your location. Don't call PETA if you have to report animal abuse. Call the frickin' police. Pretty sure PETA is a group of horrible, horrible people. They'd burn down my house if I was actually abusing animals. Throw a Molotov cocktail in my window. Salvador Bunny says, if you want an animal dead, you call them instead. It's a nice little rhyme you got there. Ding! Sorry. Dink! 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 What do we have that does more damage? I mean, honestly, probably just put an amp down. Use face melter. Melt his face off! His face off. Okay. For a second there, I was like, "Dog, is that a mimic?" I can't tell. Dog, you gotta tell me if it's a mimic, dog. Why does that happen? I have no idea. Something about this game, and maybe it's Mod the Gungeon, maybe it's a base problem with the game. It really does not like those pedestals. Have I seen it on other characters or only on Paradox characters? I'm asking this question. I don't know what the answer is to it. You love feta cheese, though. What? I kind of like our high knockback a little bit. Although, you know, I wish that when an enemy got knocked over a pit, he would actually fall into the pit, of course, you know, but that's just, you know. Don't let that stop you, Gungeon. Don't let me tell you what to do, okay? If you want to give me a payout anytime, dog, you do you. You don't need to pay out with an item in order for me to show you love, but it certainly helps. Come on, get out of here. Ooh, I like it for these guys. Oh, heck yeah. Honestly, so someone posted Gungeon math. I'm not gonna read all that. That's a paragraph of text. Summarize it, please. The Gungeon has 800 rounds and it fires 36 bullets per second at a rate of fire of x times y over 2 with an integral of dx equals x and, or is it dx over y equals x? Look, it's been so long since I've done frickin' math. Hey, Space Friend's breaking bullets. I like it. I like what I'm seeing, Space Friend. You keep it up. You keep up the good work, Space Friend. Gotcha. What do I have that's better than this? You know what? Abe keeps getting hit. I haven't taken that much damage. Although we only have 5 HP. We did do an extra floor. Oh. At least Space Friend snuck in the best shot. No! He summoned so quickly. Stop him. Stop him! All right. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with getting hit after I use the active item to kill him, but I did use the active item to kill him a split second too late. I should have done it when I first walked into the room. For a second there, I'm like, I can deal with this guy. I can kill him in one shot with the Mega Hand. No! You can't. I can't pet the dog. I guess you can't pet the dog when you're in the middle of combat. But he gets me through the day. Him and his love. On fire. Dude, I love knocking them around like they're a freaking ping pong ball in a machine. Gungeon does 4,000 damage in 48 seconds. It's, it's gonna do less damage against a boss though, right? Well, actually, if it does 4,000 damage in 48 seconds, that's 100 damage in 0.4 seconds. Yeah, it's definitely like half of the damage is wasted from the damage cap, depending on the boss. Repeating, of course. Couldn't you just say 48.75? Twitch chat, if there's a period in it, it will make it a link. So that's why it's a link. It's because someone had a decimal. It's stupid like that. Hey! You know another thing that I'm liking, and I just now realized? Because my damage is so weird, I'm actually liking the fact that Space Friend is getting kills. Like, he's getting kills accidentally when otherwise he wouldn't, when I wouldn't normally expect him to, you know? Like, normally it's like, oh, one Mega Hand shot is enough to get a kill here. But because we have Space Friend, you know, we're not doing quite as much damage. Maybe we're doing a little bit more damage. And then Space Friend is kind of just filling in the damage gap. Just a little bit. You feel like Tarnishers are harder to dodge on non-turbo mode. I mean, that could be it. It could be that the animation happens faster, but you get the same length of time on the invincibility. I can see that being the reason why. Then again, you know, you have more time to react to it, but it's more forgiving on, it might be more forgiving on the turbo mode. Okay, I was wondering, for a while I was like, why are bullets literally breaking it in the midair? And it's because the familiars were glitching out because they were so far away, they were trying to, you know, reach me. It's weird as hell, but it explains it. Also, we have Space Friend, so we can just stand here. Ah. Damage plus damage equals more damage. That's an equation I can get behind. Just do more damage. You ever thought about that, huh? Also, why no Rubinstein? Gungeon! Where's my Rubinstein, Gungeon? One day, maybe we'll get it. I don't know. It was so bad at this game. I need the simple equations. My primitive monkey brain cannot handle whatever that crap is that Link5 put in the Twitch chat. Oh. But hey, good run. Didn't get extremely overpowered, but we had enough okay weapons that we were able to hold our own. And I have to wonder what my stats were on this run, because it was a random statted paradox run. We started with 2 HP, and as far as our damage, rate of fire, etc. was concerned, let me do a quick look. We had 0.87 rate of fire, 0.96 damage. Wait, that's it? It's basically neutral then. We had a better reload, lower clip capacity, higher total ammo, lower projectile speed, and a slightly lower rate of fire and a slightly lower damage, and then that's it. That's actually not that bad as far as stats go. Anyways, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Enter the Gungeon.